So here's what I just learned. Okay, I learned this yesterday or day before. If you take a piece of thin crust pizza, like leftover pizza, whatever you like on it. This was just straight up leftover pepperoni pizza from work. Okay, they have big pizza parties. Once like every 2 months or so. Anyways, it's pretty cool. Flag Day celebration. So I took some leftover pizza that would have sat in the and there's like another 6, 8 boxes of it sitting in the fridge at work. You know what I mean? It's going to sit there till Monday. So I brought a few back. So what I did, I took mozzarella cheese. I heat it up a little bit on a piece of foil. And I take mozzarella cheese. And I took some Parmesan. And I took some Italian seasoning and some crushed red pepper. And I let that shit all melt together. Just enough to get it all warm and melted together. And then you pull it back out of the toaster oven and you roll it up towards the crust. And then you use the foil to hold it together in a roll. And you put it back in there for a couple more minutes and let it finish doing it like that. Now you got yourself a badass pizza roll out of a leftover pizza. And I'm telling you, man, it's addicting. Oh my God. Pizza specials, because pizza stays good in the fridge for fucking like 4 days, right? Whatever. I like 4 days is like a pretty decent roll if you got it contained properly. And I got all these pizza rolls. That's a good, cool idea. But that's not really what I came here to talk about. I realized like 7OH, man. Like, holy shit, dude. My life sucks, okay? And I'm realizing this while I'm eating this pizza, right? This pizza roll I made. Oh my God, it was so badass and so simple. I just can't get over how good it is. Rather than just heating up a piece of pizza out of your fridge. Fuck no, dude. Roll it up. Do what I said. Okay, so like, I realize at 7OH what it's doing, it numbs me enough. Like my pain in my shoulder, my face, and whatever. And okay, but it ain't what I'm talking about. I'm saying it numbs me enough mentally, emotionally, where I'm not like kicking myself in the head every fucking time I fucking blink. You know, because I spend all my time alone. So like, it's to the point where like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna take this new bike for a ride. 5 miles, something like that, over to my mom and dad's house. And along the way, I'm going to be picking raspberries to give my mom a little pile of raspberries. That's how good of a mood that I'm in. And how much, like, I don't have no physical pain. I can feel my shoulder pinching a little bit. I mean, it was dislocated real bad. And, like, they say that kind of pain never fully goes away. But anyways, yeah. And that's why I'm fucking stuck with this fucking shit. I really, really like it, but I've toned it down. Like I said, I'm down under 200 milligrams a day. And whenever, like what we're talking, say a month ago, I not only fucked with it for a few months, maybe like 4 months now. A month ago, for me to grab a 200 on a Saturday or Sunday, fuck it. Grab a 200 milligram pill out and eat the whole fucking thing. And then I'd be standing in my room or sitting here like nodding out like, yeah, dude, it's like that. I'm not sure if you can actually overdose on it or not, but anyways, so since then I started eating it in 25 milligram increments. I take a 200 milligram pill and I bust it in half, and then I bust that in half. Now I have 50 milligrams, so I bust that in half. And I've been doing that for a week. I've been eating it in only 25 milligram increments. And trust me, it's not bad. I didn't have no issues. You know how I had an issue? Because like it'll let you know, man. Like I usually take a nap on my lunch break at work, because I have my lunch break separate from everyone, and like I pedal 11 and a half miles to get to work every morning. So I take my lunch break alone. Somebody covers my conveyor that I run. It's a heat treating oven with a conveyor going through, and we don't want to shut it down. So what we do, we have somebody cover me when I take my lunch. When lunchtime's over, somebody comes and covers me. Anyway, so I'd take a nap at the picnic table, all quiet, you know what I mean, up at the, in the break room area. And and my legs would start twitching. I'd wake up. 10 minutes into my nap, boom, I wake up and like I'm all sweaty and I can't keep my legs still. And I've been down these roads before. That's the first signs of withdrawal right there. So yeah, it does that. So what I do, I eat a 25 milligram little crumb. You know what I mean? A crumb out of that pill that I was eating the whole thing, or half of one of them. 100 milligrams at a clip. Oh my God. Yeah. But then like I step back down from it, and what I do, that's what I do. If I start to feel sick, I'll wait as long as I can, and then I'll eat 20, 25 milligrams, of whatever it is. Bust a 50, and it's a little tiny thing to bust in half at that point. But yeah, 20, 30, you know what I mean? Whatever. I eat the smaller one and see if it works. And that's how I've been stepping down. And it's working for me, and I still feel good. The best thing to do is, don't build a tolerance to something that you know you'll be dependent on if you do build a tolerance to it. Be careful. It is a good painkiller. I hope that they don't completely outlaw it because it's working well for me. And I don't want to fucking end up doing fucking opiates. I don't want to end up on that path. And I don't want to get stuck in the Suboxone loop either. So this is working for me. Suboxone does the same kind of painkiller type of thing to me in 1 milligram dosage. You know what I mean? If I take a fucking 8 milligram strip and I cut it in half, cut it an eighth, 1 milligram of buprenorphine with that little fucking tiny fucking crumb of naloxone in there. You know what I mean? But that shit does fucking work for pain too for me. But then you'll become addicted. You gotta be careful. Anyways, I don't give a fuck. I tell it how it is. Have a nice day.